Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That's good.
And that play was all about timing between the quarterback and his tight end, because the ball's got to be released with a little bit of float to it so he can run under it. Lays it out there for him. You know what else is involved? Trust that he's going to separate from the defender and have a chance to get the football, and he does exactly that and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Jackson. Man over the middle, and it's complete. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Bills first down.
Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Again, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain on the play. And it'll be second and goal. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Giants now at 2-5 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Right back to Tracy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. To the air, dart. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Motion man is Shakir. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
Now it's Jackson. Has his man, it's Shakir. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At
the Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. In motion, the tight end. Jackson now. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's not.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Hey, report.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
14. Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tyrone Tracy, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bills 14, Giants 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, Alpha, come on. Come on. 180. Thanks a lot. 180. Thanks a lot.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Second and 7.
Ready. Come on. You take it. 180. That's it. Yo.
Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Jackson. Pass complete to Shakir along the sideline. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Hey, middle.
Here's Swift. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard
line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think...
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Extra point forthcoming.
Extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Giants 7.
It's not enough. You sell it, but it's not enough. You that it really stand, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I know. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I say the G. Watch him do it. We survived outside, all from the music. They like ready on.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up second and 12 at the 33-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll go again with Tracy. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he will have a Giants first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Tracy. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. dart. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Let's go. Let's go.
Third down, here's Tracy. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll go. Here's Dart. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the tackle there by Micah McFadden.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
It's not. Hey, hey. Hey, report.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman, 25 yards for the touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On to give, it's Tracy. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this hit across the 40. 107 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On the run is Tracy. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Comes Tracy. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Here's Tracy. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Dart. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line.
15 yards.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Dart. Quick completion here to Johnson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll go play action here with Dart. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To the air once more is Dart. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Panther 60. Dragon 60. 79 Bronco.
Here's Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down and goal to go.
Set.
Now it's Tracy. And maybe measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, smash, bro. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
He'll try again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, he picked the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the...
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Giants 15. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Report.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's able to get it to Coleman. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Middle. Report. 180. That's it.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Giants
15. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard
line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing, dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing his dart. Open man, it's Palmer. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Bills, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis,